The end times. And November reflects those end times better than any other month of the year. Where I come from, it's the darkest time of the year. Cold and rainy, rather miserable. A bit like today, really. But the church focuses on something that is so unpopular. Something that's so unpopular. It's death. I was surprised 22 years ago when I first came to America, and there was a television series, well watched, called 6 Feet Under. So you know what that's about, don't you? But most of the time, people want to deny it and avoid it, as though you can run away from it. I was looking up a Salesian website. Salesians are a religious congregation of men and of women. And I was at seminary with a group. And I looked up Jerry Shaughnessy. And he was talking about somebody that said, I can't remember what the relationship was with the man, but when my mother dies, I don't want to do anything about it. I want to deal with it as quickly as, without any upset. I hope you think that's awful. I hope you think that's awful. Because death does upset us. Death does upset us. When you say the words facing each other in this church, or whatever church you may have got married in, till death do us part. Tough. Because we know death is on the menu. But we also believe that we have the antidote to death. Of course, nobody wants to suffer. Some of us have been around for a long time to know that there's been many times in our lives when suffering hasn't got the better of us. We didn't throw in the towel. We didn't give up. I was reading John O'Donoghue. John O'Donoghue was a wonderful Irishman, a priest, a philosopher, a poet. One of his most wonderful books was Anankara, which means soul friend. He died far too young. But he tells a story of a woman who goes into hospital to have an operation. It's an operation peculiar to women, so we men don't have this problem. And she was upset and hurt. And the priest kindly said to her, I want you to think about what's going to be taken out of your body because you no longer use it. And I want you to thank your body for being there for you, to bring life into the world. So very often, we want to pretend something awful isn't happening, rather than face it head on. I remember when my mother, she died in November. I remember when she moved out of her little home to go to a residential facility. We went round saying goodbye to all that was part of her life for so long. And so I hope as Christians, we don't deny it. We face it. We face it with the courage of Christ, knowing that He faced it, an innocent man, died, an innocent man, but rose. For those of us, and for those who believe in a love stronger than death, you can say with Paul, where is your sting? Please like, subscribe, or comment below.